What the fuck is that?
That's Mike. That's a muted mic.
My mic is muted. One here. Oh, the one here.
No. Sorry, folks.
Oh yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go. It is all right.
So, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We're finally here. Um, it's a ton of craziness to make this happen, but we are here. In the kitchen, we have
I'm right here. We're rocking and rolling.
Mr. Chill Out in the building.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be our producer today. Maverick is not going to be on stage. He's going to be handling these wheels of steel.
Behind the scenes today.
So, bear with us. Like we say, we're making some adjustments with technology, and it is quite a challenge. But hopefully, we can put on a good show. So, now that we have everyone's here, we're going to take a minute, make sure we get a good sound check on everything, make sure the cameras work, and get started. Let me acknowledge some people in the chat before we do. Let's see here. Perfect. Taking it from the top. We got Ombre. What's going on? Ombre. Best advice in the world. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you. Amanize. Always one of the first ones in the door, if not the first ones in the door. Your cocktail waits. Good to see you, Dottie girl. The pictures are amazing. A life well lived. Life lived well. Yeah, we try to. Life is certainly for the living. You stop doing that, you start dying. So live as well as you can. Whatever that means to you, whatever is within your means, do that. And it will not be a life wasted. Panel Theory, what's good, man? Good to see you here. As always, Hassan, new here, just up to the channel. Hope you like what you see. Hope you decide to stay. It's a good time. My man, World Class, is up in the building. How do you do? I don't know how to say that in your language.
Must be from Baltimore.
He's definitely be one. But yeah, man, good to see you from an hour and a half north on I-95. Glad you're in the building. Who else got here? And the lovely Natasha Vincent. Frequent supporter of the World Class Theory, the World Class Show. She is amazing. An amazing young lady. Great to talk to. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for the support. Who else we got in the building? E-Dub, as always. E-Dub in the building. Good to see you. Got my man TJ. What's my favorite brand of whiskey? Good question. My favorite brand of whiskey. Let's go with my favorite whiskey, first of all, would be a single malt Scotch whiskey. And my favorite brand of that would be Macallan. 25 is very expensive, so 12 to 18 is kind of the sweet spot there. For more of an affordable whiskey, the Balvenie 12-year, it's a good $90 bottle. Going south of that. Look, when I'm in the hood bar and they ain't got nothing, Johnny Walker Black Label. If they ain't got that, Dewar's White Label. If they ain't got that, Jack Daniels something. I like bourbons, so pretty much any good bourbon. If it was more than 40 a bottle, I love it. So to answer that question. Houston, yeah, we have liftoff. Last but certainly not least, Joelle. Hello, boys. The First Lady of the War Report is in this building. This episode is dedicated to her and Chill's wife, Denise. We're making dessert today, folks. We're going to make some quick desserts, some quick summery desserts to bring an end to the season. They're pretty easy to follow along with, although I don't suggest you do. I suggest before one, sit back and enjoy yourself. You can always come by later, rewatch the show, grab the recipe, try it for yourself.
Trash, whatever.
Please excuse the last minute set adjustments. Oh yeah, we did that. Okay. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to pass the keys to Maverick here.
All right.
So the first dish we're going to make is going to be panna cotta and creme brulee. Both of them are pretty much custard dishes from the Mediterranean region of the world. If anyone has had flan, right, that comes from Spain. It's pretty much a custard dessert dish. Creme brulee is moving west, comes from France, same thing. And finally, the Italian version is panna cotta. So what it really is sugar, heavy cream, and then some sort of gelling agent. In the case of creme brulee, it's going to be an egg yolk. And in the case of panna cotta, it's going to be gelatin sheets. Now, gelatin sheets, I must warn you, is a pork product, so is powdered gelatin. So for all of those who religiously keep to the laws as written in chapter 10 of Leviticus, don't get that. But what you can get is something called agar agar. It will be found in Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and of course, the War Wide Web, right? And it's just a dry powder. Instructions will be on there. The thickening power will be made apparent to you, and you would then use it as if it were gelatin. And all it really is a vegan version of gelatin. It's pretty much the substance in fruits and vegetables that give them their body, which is what gelatin is. Just collagen is what gives meat and bones their body. It's why when you make a pot of gravy and put it in the fridge overnight or soup, and you pull it out the next day, it jiggles like Jell-O. That's collagen, and that's essentially what gelatin is made from. Pretty much boil pork bones down, remove all the flavor and get that gelatin. But same thing in jelly. That's why it has the gelatin things called pectin. Is the component found in like apples, grapes. Grapes have a naturally gelatinous texture. A lot of fruit pectin. So if you want to make a pork free version of this, find agar agar or fruit pectin, and then find what the adjustment is for the thickening power that you're looking for based on the recipe that you're coming up with, and the rest is the same. Follow along. So, excuse me, I need to get in the freezer.
Freezer. Let me move out your way, yo.
Yeah. So the first thing people are going to want to do, and I have lots. I keep it in the freezer. And the recipe we're going to make. I don't know. Let's say 2 ramekins. Let's say we're going to use half a cup of cream for the creme brulee, half a cup of cream for the panna cotta. So for the panna cotta, half a cup cream. You really only need 1 gelatin sheet. That's it. This is gold standard, gold, silver, and platinum. This is kind of the middle of the road.
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I just had to make it.
Sorry. And you have bronze as well. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum. So this is one above the top, and it's just pretty much how much of this thickens how much of the liquid. So take 1 sheet, and you're going to bloom it in just a little bit of cold water. And all that does is just take it from looking like this plastic cellophane into being gelatin. Put this back in the fridge. Now, everybody washed their hands before we got started, so I just like to rinse my hands between steps. As a matter of fact, is there a towel?
Behind you on the oven.
So, how's it sound?
Sounds. I just have that sound going now. Your
That's
okay.
I have your mic's going. That's it.
Chat, can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Aaron's voice loud and clear.
Let's see. About it. Oh, okay. We got ones. All right.
Excellent. Go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So, with this, now again, I'm going to eyeball it, but we're going to take about 1 cup of heavy cream and heat it on the stove. That looks like about 1.5 cups, but don't worry about it. At home, you're going to use 1 cup. And we're going to put that. Now, I don't know, can you see the flame?
We have cooking. So you got the cooking cam, right? Where is
Just the top screen.
Can you bring yourself into the studio again for the cooking cam?
Sorry, y'all. I'm regular technical difficulties. But just for a moment, take a moment.
That's it.
You into the studio.
And Word. Yeah, good evening. Yep, good evening, Natasha Vincent to Sis. Good evening, Sis. What's going on?
You can see
We've got the cooking cam at the stage. There we go. Cooking cam is live. Sorry.
All right, so you want to keep it about medium heat. You don't want to scald the cream. You don't want to burn it. You don't want it to boil over. You definitely want it to get
Bad reception.
bad reception.
Bad reception. Yeah.
All right, well, that's what it is. We're good. I got, of course, we have eggs. What am I saying? So, in this bowl, I'm going to take 1 egg yolk, which is a simple process of this. All right, already, this is, you see what happened to that? That was the gelatin, that one sheet. So, what we can do now is take 1 egg, and essentially take the yolk out by simply letting the white slip through your fingers. Like so. Once you do that, and then you're going to remove the little trouser cords, of course. Let that slip between your fingers and just toss back and forth. Get rid of that. Now you have just an egg yolk by itself. Once you have the egg yolk, we're going to add sugar to it. To the tune of about 1/4 to 1/2 cup. That looks good. And then you're going to want to add quarter teaspoon of salt. It's good to me. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract without the lid on. It's good to me. You take your whisk and then you beat until you get what's called a ribbon stage. Now, if you see it, it looks like just egg white, or egg yolk rather, and sugar. But when you start to really whisk it, it'll become pale in color and develop a smooth texture. What you're doing really is just bringing air into the egg. You take a nice pastel color yolk. You see the color change? You see how it becomes. So once you have your eggs and sugar whipped, so now remove that. To your gelatin, you're going to add about the same amount of sugar, 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup. That looks good to me. 1/4 tablespoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon rather of salt. Take the lid off. Looks good to me. 1 teaspoon vanilla. That works. Pure vanilla extract is kind of what I like to use. If you don't have vanilla bean, stay away from the imitation stuff. It's just disgusting. So now that the cream is hot, you can tell it's starting to steam and the fat is sticking inside the bowl. So what you do, pour half of that into your gelatin mixture. Okay. The other half, slowly pour as you whisk into your egg yolks, very, very slowly. This is what's called emulsifying, or not emulsifying, tempering your egg yolks. If you don't do this, what you'll end up making is something called scrambled eggs, and it's disgusting. I don't like vanilla scrambled eggs, especially sweet ones. This is what gives you that velvety, smooth, pudding texture when it's done. So you want to put half the cream very slowly. What that does is it brings the temperature of the egg yolk up slowly. It doesn't bring it up quickly. It goes from refrigerator temperature to just over room temperature. When you're done with half the remainder of the cream, still in the pot, same process, backwards. Pour what's in this bowl slowly into the cream. And it'll continue to slowly bring the temperature of the egg yolks up without making scrambled eggs. Okay? It's that simple. I like to pour that in there just to make sure we got all that good sugar. Clean the bowl with the custard. That's simple. Now, what you have is essentially panna cotta and creme brulee warm. We're going to just dissolve the sugar and the gelatin in the panna cotta. Let's taste it. Lovely. Add a little more cream. Just a touch. There we go. And even though we use pasteurized egg yolks, perfect. Now all you do is take your ramekins, divide your panna cotta custard into 2 ramekins. Now, folks, I want you to see, I didn't measure anything. I eyeballed the hell out of it. You see it with your own 2 eyes. I didn't use any measuring cup. And then you simply put these into the freezer to chill. Now, when you do this at home, don't do this. This is because we're speeding things up, kitchen, all that sort of thing. Do put them in the refrigerator. Freezing them, what will happen is it'll start to congeal around the edges and remain liquid in the middle. And then by the time you're done, you'll have a perfect panna cotta in the center, and the outside will be like ice cream. You want to put them in the refrigerator for at least 4 to 6 hours. Once that happens, they'll be perfect in consistency. Now, for your creme brulee, you're going to want to oven on 350 degrees. Same story. Divide the mixture to your ramekins. Unbelievable. Look at that. Not only did I pour the exact amount of cream, I did it in half. That impresses me sometimes, even doing it, some idiot. You know what you're doing, but. Okay, keep your workstation nice and clean. Workstation nice and clean. One thing I like to do when I cook, I like to cook with wine, whiskey, stuff like that. TJ asked what my favorite whiskey is. This is a Scotch. I like to cook with it. Sometimes it finds its way into the food. It always finds its way into my food. So now that you have your oven is heating, you have your creme brulee in the pans.
You can't drop it.
You want to say this one drop?
Just drop it. Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to need it now. So we just want to fill the pans with hot water halfway. and this makes a steam bath. Halfway up ramekin. What this does is it creates an environment of steam around the custard, so as it cooks, the top won't get brown so quickly, and also it keeps the sides of the ramekin from getting really hot. If left to its own devices, it would get to 350 degrees in the oven, which then would start to really aggressively cook the custard inside. It wouldn't cook gently. But by putting water in there, it maintains 212 degrees around the edges of the ramekin. So it cooks the content gently. And the only time it's really allowed to hit 350 degrees is from the top, so it cooks from the top down very slowly, and from the sides in a more controlled fashion. So once you do that, gently bend. Yep. And just like that, you have essentially made creme brulee and panna cotta. When the panna cotta comes out, it's going to be about half hour to an hour. Take a look at it every 20 minutes. Shake the pan. Once it starts to congeal, starts to stiffen up, that means it's starting to cook. It doesn't have to be completely solid, but when it jiggles like a loose jello, take it out, let it come to room temperature. Same thing in the fridge, 4 minutes or 4 hours to 6 hours, and it will take on that really beautiful consistency you're looking for. After Will comes up here and does his thing, we'll do a homemade whipped cream and a homemade caramel sauce. But he's going to introduce and prepare his dish, which I would submit is just as easy as this. If you need any help, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, chat?
If you would like to
Alright, so
you look at the settings. Let's see.
Aaron went first, so real life cooking. Gotta wash some dishes real quick as we're going on. We don't have big studios where we can just pop out more stuff. But mine's not gonna be that difficult. Probably washing the dishes will be the most difficult. So in this part where we had his cream at, I'm just boiling some water. My dish is gonna be a no-bake chocolate strawberry cheesecake. Really simple. And I emphasize on no bake, right? I'm gonna get this water going. Sorry for the dead time, y'all. Just trying to get this going.
Yeah, if you need it, and you had let me know. I'm
Oh yeah,
learning to turn over here, and then just
for sure.
help us between being support staff.
Let's do that. Just washing my hands and dishes, rinsing everything back off. So
That's it. I did not know.
as the water's getting warm, I'm making some stuff. All right. We have a half a cup of chocolate chips. Real simple. Then we're going back in with this heavy cream. Heavy cream is the star of today's show, right? We're showing you the many which ways you can use heavy cream, how to fancy it up, how to use it as a dressing or a topping, and how to use it in this no-bake cheesecake. So Aaron's good at measuring. I'm not that great at measuring. It's a quarter cup to the half cup.
Dottie Girl asks, will you ship the cheesecake to the UK?
We would have to figure out how that holds up. Please don't make me make any promises, but if we can, we will. Or you can replay the show, and it's really easy. You can make it yourself. Really easy. All right, so just some cream, just the chocolate chips in here. All right. We'll put that on top. We'll let that start to warm up. Pre-ball. Look, this is how easy it is. Now you can, if you want to, really get serious. You can make the crust if you want to. Some chocolate graham cracker, some melted butter. So maybe about you know how they come 2 packs, one of those packs, and about 3 tablespoons of melted butter, unsalted. You can throw that together and make your own crust. So right now, just taking this off. All right, don't throw that away. That becomes the lid. Simple, store bought. We're gonna come over here. See?
So you have is your camera on?
No.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I can't see.
Aaron's taking over for me. Gonna help me out with the ganache while we get it cracking. Okay. Sorry, I got back returned.
Yeah, our mic, there we go. Our cooking can keeps dropping out. There we go. Yeah, it's bad. It's reception. That's why.
Yeah, I could do that. Thank you.
Next time, cooking can is going to be wired to this place.
So we're gonna get busy. You see, just keep moving this around, incorporating. You don't want anything to get stuck.
We found that now too.
And I'm trying to speed this up, y'all. Usually you would double boiler with the water, but
My little red bags in there.
I am going on the flame, off the flame. Making sure you get everything incorporated, keep everything moving. Start seeing it come together. Don't keep it on the flame too long. You really shouldn't do it this way, y'all. We're just showing. I guess we're showing off a little bit. We're showing off a little bit, Cam. All right. Go back to the cooking can. See how it starts to become a thicker product. Trying to get all the chocolate melted. All the chocolate's pretty incorporated. Switch it back over here. All the chocolate's pretty good. All right. I'm gonna take a spoon. I'm going right into the cookie sheet. All right, to the pre-baked pan. All right. Flame off. Cause no trouble. We're going to swirl it all the way around. Pop crust still. Let it's all happy. Wants to jump out the pan. All right. I like to return the lid. Just a little bit. We'll put this in the freezer. Once again, we're going super fast on everything. You can do the fridge, freezer, whatever works. All right, now for the filling. Some pre-measured anyway. Sorry for the bags, y'all, but when the Food Network calls us, we'll upgrade. So, freeze-dried strawberries. You can find them in Whole Foods again. I found these in Target. They're in the dry food section. Freeze-dried, not dehydrated. You get a different texture between the two. All right, so you need them broken down into a powder. This is my secret mix. No, this is powdered sugar, equal parts powdered sugar, half a cup, and regular sugar, half a cup. All right, granulated sugar. All right, soften. Cream cheese. All right, knife and fork. Nothing too crazy. It's gonna show you real nice and simple. All right, so we're gonna crack this open.
Chat, put a 1 in the chat if the audio and video looks good. Put a 2 in the chat if it's a shit show gourmet.
I hope it's not that bad.
Oh, please don't be that.
Oh, that
So let us know. All right, soften. All right, soften cream cheese. Sorry, we don't.
Oh, we got a 1. We got ones. One.
Excellent. All right. Is it better than
One for good.
for those who saw the show last week? Is the production better than it was last week? Put a 3 in the chat if we're looking much better than last week. If I see 1 3, that's good.
I was about to do it too.
About to show you.
No, you're not.
There we go.
Oh, E-Dub says 3. All right.
Appreciate you.
1 and a 3. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate y'all, man.
First lady says 3. Excellent.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate the help, y'all. We doing this thing together. We this is the family kitchen. We're not. And you know what? We have a professional operation, and we could have used a professional operation, but we want to use the home kitchen, one of our homes that we live in. Really make it personal, make it something you can do in your own home.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Chill? Looking good.
All right, so I broke it down with a fork and knife. You can use a blender, hand blender. We're just showing you that really there's no excuse. You can do it really easy, really simple. So I got the mixture in here, and I'm mixing it up. All right, I got say about a half a cup of this sugar mixture with the cream cheese. I'm just giving it work elbow grease today, right? We're working today. Sure, you all work every day, but we're working today in the kitchen, okay?
I'm sweating. I'm sitting down.
All right, nice and smooth. We're gonna take this strawberry powder, I like to say. I would say how much strawberry flavor do you like? This thing is really strong and potent. I like strawberry flavor. I'm gonna say about 2 tablespoons is what I would go in. You can go 1, mix it around, taste it, see if you like it. If you want more, slowly add more. I'm gonna go in about 2 tablespoons. I already know what I measured out. Looks good to me, like my man here. Looks good to me. All right. So we're mixing this in. You're gonna start getting this simple strawberry cream. Getting these nice little chunks in there. It's gonna all become soft in a moment. Get soft in a moment.
Oh, RGJ, that's good.
All right. Mix it in there, the strawberry, nice little strawberry chunks for good texture. All right, so now we're back to the start of the show. Let's find out right here. We got this one right here. All right, so it's gonna look good to me. All right. We're gonna go and add around 1/4 of a cup, maybe less, give or take. I'm gonna go 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup heavy cream right in this thing. All right.
Yeah, that's about the same. That's good about it. That's social short.
All right. And then we're gonna go and beat this thing up crazy. We're gonna get this all incorporated.
Oh, man, I'm gonna. That's joking.
Don't be scared about it being looking separated from the beginning. We from Philly. Trust the process, okay? Trust the process, all right?
That's it.
So before you go crazy, gotta go in. Chef's. Hey, you want a chef secret? Taste everything, all right? For me, a little bit more. My secret powdered sugar. Not much. Maybe another 1/4 cup. Remember, we want this thing to have like a sweet flavor. You don't want it tasting like a strawberry cream cheese, right? You want it to have the cream cheese flavor, but some sweetness to it. All right. Just mixing it up.
I see that improves the consistency as well. Now I'm seeing why you use the confectioner sugar
And the sugar
and the
together.
sugar itself.
Yeah.
The confectioner sugar has a flour, like a thickening effect, and it dissolves much quicker.
And then you're going to hold on with the consistency of sugar
The sugar
throughout it
itself,
without
right.
without having a granulated product, right?
Yeah. It'll be on the binder.
All right. So thank you, Aaron, for bringing that in.
Yeah.
I made this up. All right. You won't find this in your supermarket or in the cooking book. All right. Aaron came and showed you 2 great recipes, and I'm coming to show you how to be creative with these things also. Now, he's showing you his technique and his training, which is amazing. I love all his food. But this is why we work together, because I'm crazy, right? I'll go, let me find something, and let's make something crazy with it. So you won't find this anywhere but on the War Report. Right? You can't find this recipe anywhere else. This is the War Report. No bake, chocolate cheese. Can you rewind? No, strawberry cheesecake. All right.
Yeah, we got it.
I'm so good. This thing's so good. It got me tongue twisted. All right. I'm trying to tell you. All right. So we're here. I think we're ready to rock and roll.
Looks beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Here's your crust coming out.
Thank you so much, so much, so much. All right, so in the freezer, crust king got the chocolate is getting a little stiff. Nothing bananas. Nothing too loco.
We are real whiskey drinkers, folks.
Look at it. Look at it. Beautiful thing.
You have a spatula of sorts? Yeah, yep, that will work perfectly. Like we said, with everything off. Jesse's house is immaculate, and we got cooking habits, y'all. Gotta wash and rinse. All right.
Cleanliness is the bottom line.
You heard the man. Cleanliness is always the bottom line.
Sweep all that off.
And the line just above it, the Scott line.
Then you might have to get dirt.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna plop this in the bowl.
It looks amazing, especially with that chocolate ganache on the bottom. Support that chocolate graham cracker.
Yes, or hold on. How do you do that? 3 yes. Does that mean 3 is us or is it us?
I'm gonna just go in the middle. Don't worry if the chocolate comes to the top. See, if this would have settled, of course, we don't have 20 of them baked in the back.
Oh, gosh.
Right.
I'm going to call the ice cubes debonair. How about that?
Yeah. I like it.
Push from the middle out.
Oh, I see. Because that's going to bring the chocolate riding up the side and maintain that floor, that consistency of chocolate, especially once it starts to sweat. Yeah, I like it.
All right. So it's looking a little messy. Don't worry about it. It's at home baking. I mean, if this would have settled, pour it in. But I'm telling you already, it's good stuff. Really good stuff. So you got the tanginess of there. The cream cheese still comes through. No bake. You don't have to let it do, which is a great technique with the water bath, right? You have to do the same thing with the cheesecake. So we want to give you one of those. So you get that last minute call from the in-laws. You need to do something really quick.
Very good.
Really good. You know they're coming. Give yourself a couple hours. Put it in the fridge. Let it set. Pull it out. We'll finish it off with some fresh whipped cream. We'll dress the plate up. Sprig of mint. Once again, I like the lid. The lid is amazing. Pop this in the fridge. We done get y'all 3 desserts in less than an hour. Come on, y'all, man. Come on, man. Just want to let this settle.
I agree, PJ Austin. Let's make debonair a new trending word. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we're all about that shit.
Yeah.
This is debonair life over here.
Manicotti, creme brulee, no bake, strawberry chocolate cheesecake. Welcome to the Raw Report Cooking Show, Food for Thought, episode 2. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
Word up, word up. And what would be an awesome dessert? What would an awesome dessert be without awesome toppings? And since we're a debonair bunch, we're not going to do the typical Hershey's in a bottle or the kids' sprinkles and all that. No, we want to do something upscale, but still doable, very affordable. Anyone can go to their local Aldi, come home to a stove and frying pan and make these things happen. So the toppings are going to be a homemade whipped cream and a homemade caramel sauce. The caramel to go on the panna cotta. When the creme brulee is done, that simply you take it out, sprinkle sugar over the top, and put it in your broiler or hit it with a torch. That makes the brulee top. And the caramel sauce will be used for the panna cotta. What would you like to do? Would you like to do the caramel sauce? You want to do the whipped cream? You do both? You want to do both? Don't matter.
I guess I'm doing the whipped cream. Let's do the whipped cream. And then you do the
Caramel.
Okay. You want to start? I'll wash this bowl, or what do we do so we can get a correct footing?
I can get the caramel going because that has to cool once it's off. I'll take it off the flame. All
Okay.
you gotta do is just beat the cream, put it.
All right. So I'll wash the bowl, stay out your way,
Cool.
and then I'll be ready right for you out the way.
Sounds good. How we doing in the chat? Any
we
anybody
got-
want to say hi to?
I've been keeping it up here. Let me just mute this microphone here. We got. Let's do a review. Show what's good. What's good, PJ Austin? Let's see. Did you hit the like? How about the subscribe? That's what I'm talking about. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, all of that. That's how we will be able to make this a much more professional production in the future, even more than it is now. Surprising. Now, all right, we got been in and out. What you making? Yeah, we got a no-bake cheesecake going on over here, and then we got creme brulee setting up in the freezer as we speak. Let's see here. No such thing as too much for Dr. Vincent. You are obviously correct on that. You know, nothing is like abundance, right? Is it ground freeze-dried strawberries? Sis wants to know.
Yes.
They are ground freeze-dried strawberries, sis. So yep, that's what it is. Okay, check that. Let's see.
Not dehydrated.
Not dehydrated.
Don't do dehydrated.
Some ice balls. We touched on those. Gosh, look at Ike. She was debonair. You know, we're gonna make that. That's gonna be our word that we're gonna bring back because it's needed. Subscribe to the channel, Hombre Lobo. Much appreciated. Yes, please like and subscribe to the channel. Caramel sauce and whipped cream.
Caramel, sugar.
Debonair decadence. They took it. See, like the chat is taking this even. They're taking it to whole new levels.
All right. Since I'm here,
Oh, okay.
let me just blow in. Is that cool? Is it cool?
for me.
Works. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Working with a great fucking team is priceless. To get with people who got the same vision as you and you got the same vision as them. This shit wouldn't happen if we all wasn't on the same page.
Mhm.
All right? Sponsored by the War Report. You already know.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna grab another paper towel. Get the water out there. That's me. Get the
No,
water.
you can't make any kind of a good whipped cream with water in the bowl. It will break your cream before you even have a chance to get there.
It'll break your
Cream fits in your heart, bro.
Okay.
I don't want my cream broken at all from anybody.
It's cooking after dark. All right, cooking after dark. Once again,
great.
quarter cup looks good to me. Aaron done started something. All right, we're gonna go crazy. That's all we're doing. Hey, to all y'all old street people, not gonna get us in trouble. YouTube, you will not demonetize me. All right, we're just missing crazy. We putting it in. You see the bubbles. Aaron, with the give me that Cuisinart out the brown scientific going on right now.
Yeah. So what you have is essentially whisking air into the cream. The cream has two components: fat and water. Heavy cream has more fat than water, which is why this works for cream and not milk. When you start to beat the air into the heavy cream, it separates the water molecule from the fat molecule and create little individual bubbles of fat. When you suspend fat in water, what happens? It floats to the top. If you were to continue to beat this, you would essentially have two components, butter and whey. This is a demulsification. Cream is milk fat emulsified into a water using whey, which is a protein, milk protein. You can de-emulsifying heavy cream into its two constituent ingredients by incorporating air, as he's doing. Now, what you see, it's getting thicker and thicker and thicker. At some point, he's going to come to what's called a soft peak, a medium peak, and then a stiff peak. He wants to get to about a medium peak or a soft peak before he starts to add the sugar, which is where he is now. So add the rest, half what's left.
Half of that, yeah, for sure.
So you want to go with about, I don't know, 3 tablespoons or so of sugar.
Hand mixer will work effing great. All right, y'all. But we're trying to show you.
You can do this. Quarter tablespoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of salt. Bring out flavor. 1 teaspoon
Yes, sir.
vanilla extract.
That's where the flavor gonna kick in. We're gonna hit it with the flavor.
Now,
Aaron's gonna finish because he got bigger arms than me.
the one thing about cooking is it should be a family affair, right? So, and this does take some elbow grease. So you can pass it to a friend, pass it to a neighbor, pass it to a family friend. If we're all eating, we don't mind as well. Help with the process.
You know that one cousin that only come over for the holidays? Pass the bowl off.
That's bold.
Pass the bowl. Hey, you see where I got it? I need this a little more. Good friend over here. All right, he's trying to get this going so we can get to some pretty stiff piece. We're not.
That's about medium. It's coming together. If you want to just continue to whisk.
He's getting it in. He's putting that French traditional cooking to use right now. Got me a Cuisinart.
So, Big Aaron, your guns are on display that Chad is noticing, man. Just let you know. Don't show too much of the 50 caliber.
Yeah.
Don't hurt too much.
Sun's out, guns out.
That's it. Even when sun's not out.
Even when the sun's not.
So that's about a stiff peak where it sits up. Do we have this shot over here?
Yes. And now, there we go.
So now you have it. And as you continue to beat it, you'll see it getting stiffer and stiffer. Hands were gripping for that. It's your whole power.
We're not thinking like that. We cooking. We're not thinking like that. If he kept going with his 50 cal guns, he would have made butter.
Yes. Yeah.
It would go to butter. So when the separation fully happens, the fat molecules will stick together. You'll get this water at the bottom of the way, and you will get butter. You will then add what you want to it: garlic, salt, oregano, and make butter. Right? But we don't want butter. We want sweet.
Ooh, the First Lady said, that ain't no puppy, that's a big dog. Watch out.
And my good friend has helped me make some whipped cream. So this is the topping, and we'll show you how to get this onto the cake when we're ready. You put this in the fridge, let that sit for a little bit, let everything come together. Aaron, don't forget about your creme brulee. I smell something delicious behind me. I'm going to step off scene. Aaron's going to come back on. When he's done doing the caramel sauce, we'll pull everything out and show y'all how to put it together. We'll show you ladies how to keep your man at home, and we show you fellas how to get some cheeks on Valentine's Day and birthdays and anniversaries. All right, y'all? This is more than a cooking show. This is the War Report to Keep 'em show. All right.
There you go. Because we got 2 married, but we got 1 single at the same time. So we're gonna definitely show you some cheap getting strategies between the 3 of us.
All I'm gonna say, it won't hurt. It won't hurt.
Well done, Mr. Chiller. Love it. So, what are we going to do next? We're going to make a lovely caramel sauce. A lot of this is going to be done at the stove. So, all you need is a clean whisk. Saucepan. Make sure that it is not non-stick. You want stainless steel, especially if you're going to use a stainless steel wick. whisk. Do not use a stainless steel whisk on your beautiful non-stick clad pans. You got to tear that up. Gets into your food, kills your pan. You won't make no more omelet.
No omelet for
No
you.
omelet for you.
Stainless steel on stainless steel every time. Check on our creme brulee.
The world class says cooking for your girl is definitely a way to make your girl fall in love with you.
It is. And the same thing they say, a way to a guy's stomach and left. The way to a guy's heart through his stomach, same way. The way to a lady's heart is through her stomach too. But I was going to say something else, a little more raunchy, but y'all know where that can go. But
It's cooking after dark.
That's what it is.
Not late night.
it's not late night. It's not the HBO adult hour. Not yet. Not yet.
About half to 3/4 of the way there. Looking good. So, take things over here. Is this
World class. You should start cooking too. That's what Hassan Tahir show says.
You're
Everybody
right.
should.
Cooking, yeah, everybody should. definitely.
so caramel sauce? You want to get medium flame, stainless steel pan. Sugar.
Yeah, world class. You don't waste the energy on somebody who doesn't deserve it. You were right about that, sir.
You want about a cup of sugar. That's probably more. I don't care.
Look good to you?
Looks good to me.
Look good to me.
Now, some people, what they like to do is add a little water, and it'll help.
So this is so just to let you guys know, this is definitely developing into cooking after dark because the suggestion from Natasha Vincent said for Valentine's, perhaps a show with different foods touted as aphrodisiacs.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do a nice
I think we
oysters.
can do that.
We're gonna do a nice oysters Rockefeller. We're gonna pair a nice champagne with that. We'll revisit the chocolate strawberry situation for dessert. No. You slow. Hold your horses, Natasha Vincent. I don't know if you have kids yet, but we'll get there.
And we'll even show you what Irish moss can do and how to make that.
Oh.
That's the nickname's called stand up, which stand up from from the islands. The English colonized islands, they call it stand up because of it stands you up. So
Stand your old chap up for
here
sure.
you go.
So, if you can see, we have a little bit of water, right? Just to dissolve the sugar. Now, what I want you to pay attention to, the water will start to dissolve, the sugar will dissolve, and it'll begin to look like a syrup. As that's happening, the water is also cooking off. Can you see that on the can, the bubbles?
Barely, yeah. It's worth keeping the can on.
No, yeah, you're going to keep the can here for this time.
All right, sure.
And you'll start to see the bottom of the pan show through the sugar after a while. It won't look cloudy anymore. It's cloudy and white. So now we have the bubbles. Those are the water molecules bubbling off the bottom of the pan through the sugar, kind of like when you're frying things and water bubbles through the fat.
The world class, as he's doing that, I would say the way my kitchen is set up is exactly what you just said. That is, he's saying, nope, that's his surprise feature. The magic is having them watch you cook. So you see the way the kitchen is set up, right? So I'm over there doing my thing, and there's something over here. That's how it's set up. So you're absolutely right, world class. We get it. We get it.
So now, if you take a look, you can see it's starting to get clear again.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What you'll see will start to happen, that clear liquid, first of all, don't touch it, don't get it on you, it's napalm. That is sugar, which is not hot like water. That sugar is probably at about 250 degrees. It'll approach 300 degrees when it begins to brown. It can get to 400 degrees. Treat this like fryer oil. When the bubbles have gotten big like that, that means the water's gone. And when it gets clear and syrupy, that means you have more sugar. The temperature's allowed to go up. Continue to watch it. Keep it on the heat. If you start to see smoke or one side starts to brown too quickly, pull it off the heat. Stir it around until it, dissolves and put it back on the heat. Keep it on the heat. Move nice and slow. You don't, because what will happen is the browning process will begin, and that window is very short between caramel and burned sugar. It will slowly start to brown, and then it will go black like as soon as you blink your eyes. Right now, it's still pretty clear. Right when it starts to turn tan to like almost golden amber is when you want to start getting your cream ready. And what you're going to do, to get the cream ready, is whisk in slowly some of that heavy cream. You'll see the process in a minute. But right now, just want to get that sugar. The bubbles are still clear. Everything else, bring things up just a bit. And see, that's like a candy stage. If I would pour this out over a glass dish, it would make a candy. If you get it really, really, really hot and add a little bit of fat, and you start to get like that caramel taffy, we're going to add more. We're going to add more cream in that. It's fat and cream. Make a sauce. So those are the stages of candy making. This is the beginning. This is hard tack stages.
As we're waiting for that to bubble up, I'll just read World Class. This is the chat here. It says, I'm a 6-year married war vet. You need a medal for that. I've seen combat before. He says, that's great.
Food is a great grenade.
That's it.
Yeah. Now, if you look and see, starting to brown on this edge, just starting to change color just a bit. You see the smoke? The smoke coming off of this edge of the pan. And you can see it start to brown on the inside there. You see the color changing?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're starting to make caramel. That's where the flavor comes from. Now you're starting to get that nice amber, beautiful amber, brown, reddish. Yeah.
If you bring it to the workspace, Cam, just so people see the color, because that really can't determine. Now, hold on, give me a second. Let me just. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so just to make sure people got a good shot of that. Yeah, we couldn't see it. Yeah, it's good to go. That looks like you can tell how caramel's made. You can looking at that. You can smell it too. It smells a lot like.
Once you get to that stage, whisk in a little at a time. Caramel. You see how it bubbles up? You whisk in just a touch more. Just a sprinkle at a time. Quarter tablespoon, eighth of a tablespoon. Just a squirt. Little at a time. And as soon as it cooks off the water, I don't know. You hear it sizzle. And it'll flare up. Once it calms down, a little more. Sizzle up. Once it calms down, a little more.
So as you're doing that, I don't mean to interrupt, but what you're doing is can be seen. But there's somebody, so Natasha brought up a very interesting point in the comments here. She says most palates in North America cannot be trusted properly to taste food. We've been inundated with chemicals for most of our lives. You are absolutely right about that.
A working.
You try this, the other workspace channel.
Got it. So they're trying to read comments and
Yeah.
work the cameras at the same time. And it takes a lot of getting.
Production's a lot.
There we go.
Actually, the rest we can do from here. Actually, just keep it moving, A little more.
There we go.
Do that.
You can see it actually transform right before your eyes.
And then to finish, at this point, if you wanted to add bourbon, you could put it back on the heat. Add about a quarter cup of bourbon or a splash of bourbon. Let the flame catch the steam. That's going to give you a flambe. Right? Be careful. Make sure there's nothing overhead. You will catch fire to your house. But you're going to want to do that so you can cook off the alcohol, and that'll give you a nice bourbon caramel. You got to cook, or if you don't want to catch fire, if you have an electric stove, that's fine. Just let it continue to simmer. In about 10 minutes, the alcohol will have cooked off. We're not going to do a bourbon. You got bourbon? We only doing scotch.
Just have scotch. That's it.
Okay, keep scotch out of your camera. But what you can do, can anybody guess the measurement of vanilla?
Looks good to me.
Teaspoon.
So
But that looks good to me. Anybody can guess the measurement of salt?
Quarter teaspoon.
Quarter teaspoon,
There you go.
and
That looks good to me.
that looks good to me.
eyeball. That's it.
One final splash of cream. Return to the heat to incorporate all of those flavors. Let them marry. Literally put it on medium heat for about 1 minute. Bring all that together.
Cause I like that. You know what? That could be on a T-shirt. And all it just has to say exactly that until the ancestors say stop.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be what it is, but just do whatever it is until the ancestors say stop. That's hard. I like it.
That's tough.
That's actually how my wife cooks. She eyeballs as well. And I mean, I have this thing where I make pancakes and grilled cheese really good. And she does everything by eye. She makes amazing dishes. I mean, she makes salmon better than I do. And I'm asking her, what temperature did you put this on? How long was it in? I can't figure. She makes the perfect medium rare to medium. She pulls it out dead center medium rare, and it carryovers just to the borderline of medium right when you're ready to cut into it. I'm like, how did you do it? She said, when the ancestors told me to stop.
I like that a lot. That's
I can take it.
Oh, I love it.
So now let's plate up our wonderful, beautiful caramel. Nice final stir. Beautiful. Cup.
That looks amazing. I'm gonna caramel from there. Caramel.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a perfect handmade caramel sauce. And to check to ensure you have perfect consistency, you have what's called nappe. Nappe means cling to the back of the spoon. It shouldn't come out like stuck to the spoon like it's grits. It should fall right off. But you should see it coat the spoon. And when you draw a line through it, the line should stay. You see how the top stayed and the bottom stayed? That is a perfect nappe consistency. I'll show you that again. Get a dry spoon, and this is for all sauce making, whenever you make a sauce. Dry spoon in the sauce, straight out, back. Draw a diagonal line through the sauce. You should see the spoon, but it should stay on the spoon. It shouldn't run down the spoon. That's a perfect sauce consistency. So let's check on our creme brulee. Check the oven. Creme brulee is actually looking great. We're ready to come out.
It's the big reveal.
So, creme brulee 1. Creme brulee 2.
I think it's there. Or, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I can't hear it, but
So, remember when I said the creme brulee should just stiffen? Should I bring it to the workstation?
yes.
Okay.
Let me.
No problem. One trick to get this out of there. One thing you don't want to happen. You still on the stove pan? You don't want water in your creme brulee. It's going to take forever for this to calm down enough to where you can touch this or that. But if you need to get it out right now, get your towel. Fold it so it's 4 layers of towel. Get your spatula. The flexible one is better. When it bends like so. Get underneath. The ramekin. Come on. There we go. Gently underneath. Now, you can transport. Now, if you notice, it jiggles. And there's a very subtle golden color on the top. But it's not like a pour out. I mean, it will if I pour it too far. But you see it coming away? That's what you want. You see how it's like fully cooked in there? Once you put this in the refrigerator and it begins to set, then you'll have the perfectly rich, smooth consistency. You can take this, turn it upside down, it will not come out. Let's speed things up, get it put in the freezer for now. And I'll show you this other one.
So, you know,
So this is creme brulee number 2. Again, that beautiful golden brown texture on the top. And you see how it jiggles, but it pulls away cleanly, and you can start to see where it has that custardy separation right up in there. Look at that. You see? And when that sets in the fridge, perfect. So there you have it, folks. That is amazing. That's pretty much how you do dessert. If you were doing this 4 hours later, take all of those things out of the fridge, serve them, plate them, do whatever you want. I think we should hang out, maybe pour another drink. Let's put one of Jesse's ribs in the microwave and critique that because he did a hell of a job on the smoker. And I guess when we're done with that, we'll pull the desserts out, plate it up, and hang out with the chat, have a taste.
just let the cameras run that. Let's do it.
We're going to keep it organic. Matter of fact, yeah, I considered the producer's chair for a while.
Right.
And yeah, you guys do what you want to do.
This will be just like me. I just every night in the camera, except for all these lights and all the cameras and all this.
Yeah.
But this is what I do every day, man. So
No, you just, they can't.
oh shit, no.
Yeah.
Sir, this is how organic it is, right here. And I did not even plan on being on camera today, but here we are.
So, yeah, we switched the mics. So I'm going to sit here at the producer's table.
Okay.
Just the mic.
So who wants ribs? No, you can't get ribs. Do you want any rice? Anything else?
No. I'm gonna use the head real quick while we got this.
All right, sure. And Aaron, what you want? Anything from here?
If you want, if you just put like a rib and a scoop of rice on the plate so they can see that, 'cause, I think you should give them that recipe. That was a delicious recipe. And Tasha mentioned as beef or pork ribs. So we do both. These are pork, baby back there.
The pork ribs were on stale, and I normally don't like it, but if I cook it myself, I'll do it. But you know, times is hard. We've spoken to the brokest elected official, so taking that from Sean Price. So we gotta make do how we can. So here we go. Got the jerk chicken here. So you want a rib, piece of jerk chicken?
Yeah, just one. Yeah, just so we can.
So just a quick plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can show them what a good rib looks like. With smoked wing and.
All right.
That was a beautiful rib.
Oh man, thanks. So what I did, I brined the chicken for a day. I didn't brine the ribs. I just put it. That was kind of an afterthought. I just cleaned them off, trimmed them a little bit, put a dry rub on it, and let that marinate overnight. And just popped it in the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
And you just pretty much just basted it with the same jerk chicken seasoning as I did the whole chicken. So it turned out well.
What kind of wood did you use?
So it's actually over here. So I used always so this one I used hickory. Hickory smoke or hickory wood chips, but they were soaked in water. And I did put a little, like as Aaron mentioned earlier, I did put a little bit of rum in the water. So the wood chips get a little bit of this flavor too.
Very nice.
And Yeah, Norm, this is really good, and I love rums, but I despise spice rums. But this was a rum that looked like a good rum, that ended up being a spice rum. So, damn, I don't know, but so that's what I use that for.
The touch dimension says, yes, come through the 24-hour grind. People underestimate how tender it makes meat.
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
Man.
if the science behind that, really what happens is grinds typically consist of water, salt, sugar, and a mild amount of whatever flavors, peppercorns, bay leaves, maybe some other aromatics, mirepoix, which could be some other carrot onion, or fresh bark cloves. And that pretty much just takes the flavor and imparts it into the meat. But the way it works is the salt and sugar tend to dehydrate the meat. That's how you make gravlax, salmon, smoked salmon. Typically, it's smoked, salted gravlax, smoked it all. It's just sugar and salt, dehydrating the meat. But when you sit it in water, what happens is the meat gets so dehydrated, it drinks the water back in. It becomes like a dry sponge sitting in its own flavor. This time, it pulls in the salt, the sugar, the water, and some of the flavoring from the aromatics. Your bay leaves, your different colored peppercorns, whether it's black, green, white, or I like to use all four. Fresh cloves of garlic. You can go in there with a jalapeno pepper, or it's habanero pepper if you want a little kick, a little herbaceous hit to it. But yeah, it drinks back in all of those flavors from the brine liquor. And it doesn't have to be salty. You just make it salty enough to where it tastes like a tear or it tastes like ocean water. In fact, when you make pasta, pasta water should be salted to the same degree. Whenever you cook pasta, don't use just tap water. Salt your water until it does taste as salty as a tear or as sweat or as ocean water. That's kind of the natural salinity of the earth. It follows your body's natural salinity. And it really brings a lovely flavor into whatever you're cooking, especially if you make a sauce out of soup or if you make a soup out of a stock, whatever the case is, just salt the beginning to where it tastes like seawater. If you're not going to reduce it. Now, if you're going to reduce it when you make the sauce, do no such thing. Salt at the end. But grinds should be salted to taste like a tear. Same with pasta water, salt, it tastes like a tear.
So my brine, what I use for this is just a bunch of, I don't know what cam it is, but a bunch of your kosher salt.
Yeah.
And then splash the apple cider vinegar.
Ah.
And put that on whatever meat. Fill it up with water. Mix it around a bit. Put it in the fridge overnight. Perfect. Works perfect.
I like the touch that the apple cider vinegar brings, especially Bragg unfiltered with the mother.
This is the best. This is the best I know.
Yeah. What's happening there is, so if you ever look at meat tenderizers or if you ever see recipes that call for pineapple, there's certain enzymes that break down the proteins in the meat to make them more tender. With apple cider vinegar, especially unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother, which is a simple herb, that contains a lot of the same enzymes and the perfect acidity level to break down the meat and make it more tender without making it actually sour or cooking the meat in acid, which is what ceviche is. It's seafood cooked in lemon juice. But yeah, that's a great touch to your brine, that apple cider vinegar. Now I see why yours is so good.
That's one of my secrets. See, and now everybody knows. Hey, so many jewels dropped.
You come here to learn how to cook, folks.
That's it. And
My wife says, how much for one rib in my Chris Rock voice?
I've got to send one home for her, man.
Absolutely. Babe, do me a favor though. Keep that $100 bill in your pocket.
For one rib, I will do that. I'll make rich for the rest of my life if I can do that.
Okay, the hobbyist. Yeah, man, as you can see, lighting. You said it best, man, the other day. Lighting is everything. Yeah, I hope we're looking better. He says, I try to keep apple cider vinegar. Yeah, it's a great ingredient. Almond Eye says, I just can't get into brine. You know what? And you don't have to. You have wet marinades, you have dry rubs, you have wet rubs, you have marinades. There's so many different ways you can.
So you don't want nothing from over here? No. All right.
Yeah, there's so many different ways You can impart flavor, maintain moisture. This is just one way. If brines ain't your thing, that's cool. You can use a wet rub, you can use marinade. My wife doesn't brine shit, but she can marinate, and she can dry rub, like nobody's business. Her dry rub salmon or her marinated chicken thighs, chicken breast, she does brown stew chicken. Well, see, she's
Oh, brown stew chicken. I never tried to make that.
Oh man, yeah. See, and Maverick here, his dad's from St. Kitts.
I'm a fan of this. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my specialty here.
What's that?
The jerk, though. I was about to say the jerk chicken.
Oh yeah, that's how. Yeah, that's how the jerk chicken recipe got into the family through him. But yeah, she makes the brown stew chicken, and I mean it's just amazing. The marinade they come up with. Both of them. Yours is a marinade as well.
Yes, yes.
See, yeah. So you don't need a bunch.
So I'm putting your ribs. I'm wrapping your ribs up right now. You'll see this on camera.
There you go, babe. Your dinner is coming. Ombre says, used to brine pork ribs when I ate them. Made a big difference. Yeah, man. I used to not eat pork. I used to eat pork, man. I used to not eat pork. Then I started eating pork. But yeah, no, you're right. It does make a big difference, man. The missus says, thank you, thank you, thank you. She's greatly appreciated. Is that what that means? Because Charles says the same thing. What is this TT? What is this shit?
What is it?
It's like they put 6 P's there. PPT. I thought she put thank you, thank you. I don't know. But anyway, like, share, subscribe. That's what that looks like.
Oh, word. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. Something like the meat.
Charles in the building. What's good, my man? Says, I like a top full of apple cider vinegar on sweet vanilla ice cream. Yeah.
Wow.
A little packet. Yeah, absolutely.
Really? I would never have thought of that. Wow.
Oh, my wife says Trinidad flag, babe. Charles says Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, so that's the Trinidad flag. Okay.
This is her ribs in transport.
There you go.
Right there. So,
There you go.
yeah.
Rotisserie, boneless, skinless breast. Yes. Hombre, you have no idea the magic my wife can do with boneless. Listen, folks, go to Aldi. Get boneless skip form. People in this. Go. Are you listening? Go to Aldi. Get boneless, skinless thigh. We got about 4 recipes. My wife does an amazing brown stew chicken Caribbean style. She and I both came up with this recipe. It's chicken, garlic, ginger, hoisin sauce. We do this sticky rice on the side, like a Thai style sticky rice on the side. It is, I'm just leaving it at that. You folks go down and get boneless, skinless thighs. Keep it in your freezer, deep freezer, whatever. When that episode comes out, you're not going to want to miss it. It's coming this fall. I'm not kidding. Get boneless, skinless thighs. Can't stress enough. We're about to blow your mind. So back into the kitchen. So we got Maverick.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. About to. I normally like microwaving, and I don't have it, but I don't have access to my. You know what? I'll heat it up. Let's.
My wife says, now you're in trouble.
No, helps.
You have no idea what that's going to do for you. Right. So tell us about how you did the ribs.
So what I did with the ribs was I just took the membrane off, obviously. Put it in the butcher box. Took the membrane off, patted it down dry, sliced it in half, and poured. No, I made a rib rub, which is here. Anyway, so the rib rub is basically, let me remember, it's going to be salt, pepper, garlic, some brown sugar, and this is peppercorns and whole Himalayan salt, chunks. I put what I do when I make these rubs and seasonings and such. This is dirty, but again, I put them in. It's not dirty, it's not wet, but I put them all in here and use the NutriBullet. That is, let me tell you, NutriBullet is one of the most, this the most used appliance in life. Get you one of these, and you can make everything from protein shakes to your own spices and your own seasonings. This is crucial. So anyway, I mixed all that and I blended on. I put some Earth Dip Provence over there from my barrel garden. I mixed them all together, pour them on top, and then let that marinate overnight, and just kind of just threw it in the smoker with everything. And yeah, that was it.
Typically,
And you have to try, you have to do that too with it. That's part of it.
folks, you've been drinking and smoking drinks. I could excuse us.
Yeah, it's steep is scarce, and work was heavy, so
All of the above. Yeah. But the one thing about, and this is how I feel about ribs, especially feel this way about the steaks. I feel with ribs. If you have to sauce it, you didn't make it good. Now, if the person that made a rib made a sauce to go with it, or suggest you put sauce on it, made that way.
mm-hmm.
But if you use the sauce, you have to sauce it with it. You didn't make a good rib. And my man did not present that rib to me with a sauce, and when I put it to it, I did not want the sauce.
Wow, I was afraid of that because I didn't use any kind of dry, just use a dry rub, and I marinated it. That's about the most moisture I put into it. And a water bath in the in the smoker.
Yeah.
But, yeah, thank you. But yeah, I appreciate that because you know what? I don't know why just like you said, steaks and a good rib. Like you want steak sauce, I don't know what it tastes like. I mean,
No, me neither.
like how the cow was doing it. Like that's how I like it. And then I saw you remember you saw a Portuguese person, prepare all the salt, pepper on the pepper meat that they're doing in a grill. That's it. And then you go to Fogo de Chao or was it cheap fast ever had. So that's
This is yeah. It don't matter.
chilled or but so I believe I first heard that no sauce thing from this gentleman right here, and that's probably what influenced he's here.
No,
From Uncle Joe too. I remember Uncle Joe when he made ribs. They were never
no.
like they never had sauce on them. Just across the seasoning that was it. Whether it be the brisket, whether it be ribs, whatever he did.
Yeah.
And that's that influence you see there. That's why he
So let's
well,
let's take a look at the rib first. You can see. Well,
Try to do that, and then
no, that has nothing.
whoa. No, I'm not.
There you go.
Hey,
yeah, that is a learning experience. Let me tell you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So don't.
Sure. I know my mic is good.
So hey, we're gonna do a quick sound check. Jesse, can you tap your mic? Hey, tell me if you can tap your mic.
Tap, tap, tap. So let's do this up. While we're waiting, let's do this up. And if you hear me, cool. If not, you can see me.
All right. It's Maverick's mic. Okay.
My mic, okay. I mean,
All right. Hey, Will, do me a favor. Can you give us a mic?
Mic check. Check.
Hey, did you hear that one? Can you hear me? We hear you good now. Okay.
How about so I'm cool too?
Yeah, I'll show you links to how it is. All right,
Appreciate it.
all good. All right, yeah.
We know what, and again, in the
Lady
future,
says all good.
in the future, again, we're learning every episode, everything, all this. And next time,
But yeah, no, honestly though, you guys are helping make us better. I mean, here, I can take this off. So
I had I was speaking about the election with people. I'll say I was accused of being in the Greek fraternity, the Greek Illuminati fraternity. Let me tell you, if anybody knows anybody from the Illuminati, tell them give me a call. I can use the money. I can use the connection. Because this is how it is. We're with all of the equipment that we have available.
O'Shea says this is great for where y'all at, the new channel.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, let's take a look at this video. I hope you all can hear me. But look at that. It's juicy. You have a nice smoke ring on the outside. When people say the bone, it fell right off the bone, that means it's overcooked. It shouldn't fall right off the bone. I should not be able to pull this bone out. It means it's overcooked.
Obliterate the texture.
What should happen when you bite into it, it should leave a clean bone. That's how you know it's cooked perfect.
Make sure. Never mind. No, I'm not going to go there. Though. Just want to say, gotta make sure it's clean.
So while they're chewing, Mr. Chill Out don't eat pork, so I'll just fill in the space while they're getting down on these pork ribs. That's fine. I had some of the food. The coconut rice was amazing. The ribs, well, listen, that's everything is silent over here in the kitchen. They're getting in on these pork because they smell amazing. Like I said, I'm allergic to pork. It's not, and I can't have it. They can have it. They're munching in on this. It smells great, man. Like if I was able to be a pork eater, it'd probably be silence right now in the kitchen. It smells great.
Dead air all around.
Yeah, the chicken was amazing. He made the jerk chicken. Chicken was amazing. With coconut rice, amazing. You might have to do a special Maverick can cook.
Maverick can cook so
Yeah, Maverick can cook.
Maverick can cook. So what can you do?
That was my man. But in this room, you see who's working the equipment for the most time and who's cooking in front of the camera. So these two gentlemen are where I learned a lot from. It's all about the circle that you keep, man. Influence. You are the sum of every of the 5 people that you hang out with most.
Yeah.
And this is what rubbed off on me.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Can you see? If you stand where Will is,
So we can see. Now we can.
Oh yeah.
so yeah. So like, if you're ever on stage, you need to see what
That'll be it.
what the world is saying.
That'll be it.
This is the delay.
What we got here?
Yeah. Turn it to the lowest setting.
And you see,
Yes. Oh,
there was a delay. Yeah. But if you ever need to see what's going on, like so, for example, it's here.
I'm gonna, like the setup over here is gonna be improved next time. So I'm kind of getting what we need from this and how the lighting, and that. Yeah, the next episode is going to run much smoother. As far as the setup goes, right now y'all see the results with the setup, man.
Oh wow.
And then we got all that happening. But no, man, this is one of those things like everything in life that you embark on new. The first time definitely going to be learning experiences. You're going to have mistakes and hiccups and things like that. But that's how you learn how to work through them.
Yeah, man.
But so I remember, like you said, about maybe the third or fourth episode of this of Food for Thought. 3.5 hours. So we're gonna have it down.
Yeah, it's going to be really dialed in. I mean, now, from what we're seeing, a lot of the clarity in the picture, the connectivity, when we look back at it, like the audio documents, but
I think only,
looks good.
well, only I think I'm gonna put that camera there, just so
That
you
one
see.
might be the good.
And that's far. I think the reason is that's the furthest away from the Wi-Fi signal. That's why they keep dropping it, buzzing up. So we're gonna put a hard line. We can put a hard line there, and if we need to put a PC like in somewhere between,
Well, I have another Bose. I've left home, but that's what I run on this.
that's what we'll do.
So we can have that even over there. But just put another, especially if the PC ends up here, and just throw it over there. Whatever the case is, we're going to make it go like that.
I got an extender.
And you got open ports on the internet, so even if you got to run another one,
I have to run that better. I have to run that better. Do that Mickey Mouse shit over there.
this shit, so.
So yeah, man. No, for what it is though, I get and I'm glad to see people and loving it. People can actually follow along. And
Chat has to check
So the first lady says, "Send me some coconut rice too."
oh sure, no, let me do that.
Yeah. Well, sure, Linux. I see coconut set for the show. Yeah, I mean we're probably put that in the atmosphere. Yeah, she's right. She said in the atmosphere. We're probably just trying to test to see what the public wants, what you guys want, and what from our lives we can share. I mean, we've done so much, right? We have so many talents between the three of us. We've learned so many lessons. We're doing so many things currently, have so many things planned in the future, and have accomplished so many things already between the three of us. And we're all just north of the age of 40. We're like, how can we share this world? How can we pay it forward? So whatever works and whatever the best way to come up with a quality product, is what we're going to go with. That's why we said we appreciate the support. Because at the end of the day, we're just here living our lives.
Yep.
You guys make a decision to come watch it. I mean, that's very humbling.
Absolutely.
It is, man. I mean, not saying this show isn't, but that last show we had, yo,
Oh,
I was like,
Oh,
man,
Dan in the kitchen.
shut up the pan in the kitchen. Yo,
Yeah.
we were not planning on having that whole half-hour plus conversation. That had to happen.
Yeah, we need a lot for him tuning in and sharing with us
Sure.
as much as he told us, what he said about what he felt.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Back to the stars on him, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you're right, man. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to get into it.
The show we get down.
Yeah, no, we grew up.
Kitchen habits. Eric does it. Saying, it's time to lean. It's
Time to clean.
Yeah.
Right. So forgive me, y'all, as y'all see me maneuver
No.
back here. That's how it works. This should we move on to the next thing.
I think we're waiting for the crib later.
Yeah, we're all working. I'm sitting here at the producer's desk. Jesse's taking a break, getting himself something to eat.
About the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. This is how family does it, man. But we're just glad that you welcome us into your homes, and that's why we didn't go to the commercial kitchen. Welcome to our home, our life. We have to sit down. So
This sound you can press almost everything.
yeah. Shout out to Maverick, our resident elected official, for opening up his home and his hand-built kitchen he built himself. Right as he was running the campaign,
You have gone make that list.
the man ran a two campaign and redesigned his entire all by himself
I was working a full-time job.
and worked a full-time job. You know what I mean?
That's a story. That'll be a story for very soon. You have to do that.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going to interview both. Well, we did an interview, but we're going to do another one too. They're both going to be like, I think that's what we do. Yeah, the way DJ Ham does it, I think we should do that.
Let's do it. Appreciate
Oh yeah. O'Shea Lennox with the advice says make sure y'all get a Pinterest account and post on it. As a matter of fact, so our resident social media guy is Maverick. He takes care of all of our IT social media work. But as you see, the first lady said, I can definitely create a Pinterest account for the team. Thanks for that suggestion.
Outsourcing. Yeah, you got that. You got this.
Jesse's had enough.
Oh, man.
Maverick says if I had to look at one more fucking computer screen,
Yeah.
it. Son, if I gotta make another subscription for something else, I'm gonna go bump it.
Oh, well, off camera, but we do need to make it Tuesday. That'll be off camera.
yeah.
That's how things are set up. This is really real right now. And band or anything like that for speakers, but in order to get the tools that you know, the whole info tree, everything that you guys see, you know, they already went for free. It started. They're like even like StreamYard, for example, too. The Lord will get you started. But what I didn't know, when other people see these links, it's a big ass duck on our and they're like, no, we can't have that. They did it on purpose, but in order to remove the duck, obviously you're gonna have to pay now. So just like Linktree, I didn't know when I was putting our Linktree, I don't think okay, we'll report. Yeah, ugly Linktree sign, that's all it says. I'm like, well, nobody's gonna click on that. So and obviously we're gonna use that. Pay for the subscription. So it's just things like that.
Subscriptions necessary to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Linktree, StreamYard, OBS, CapCut, all these different, you know what I mean? Sound and images. It's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. That would be great. Oh yeah, she says I love Pinterest. She's a Pinterest guru. She is hiding money. I think she's created Pinterest, and I just don't know about it. I think I think we're going to retire on like 100 million. You know what I mean? I've never seen somebody. I've never seen somebody so proficient with a website in my life. It is absolutely insane. What is that? Oh, I see where this is headed.
We're about to start presenting you. But Jones getting cleaned off.
O'Shea Lennox says, "That's a great thing to show you're a down to earth politician." Yeah, no. This guy's trying to,
That's it.
You know, we're going to say the rest of that for the interview.
yeah.
Oh boy, I will say this: I really did get in to really change things. Try to be what a politician is actually supposed to be. The first, and the first principle that you need to go by is that you serve the people.
Yeah.
That's the first. You serve. Just that word alone, so many have forgotten, and unfortunately, there's a lot. And I'm not going to lie. I'm keeping 1,000 on this too. There are benefits too. There's some great benefits of being a politician. And it's hard to navigate when you want to do it correctly, do it by the books. But one of the things that I like sleeping in. Anyway, you know what? I'm not going to go further. I'm going to get into this because I don't want to give too much. But hey, definitely stay tuned. I got a lot to tell on that front too, and I also need to know how to say it to where I won't compromise my anybody else that I have to deal with or interact with in my service. So stay tuned.
Indeed. Oh, with that said,
Oh, I'm gonna give you the. I'm gonna give you the. Like you're ready
You
for
keep
that.
giving my plate.
Oh, yeah. You know what, man? In my mind,
You put my plate away.
I don't want you to have your plate, man. You gotta put it in the clothes.
Hey, yeah, see, would they try these dishes at home?
no, nothing about this. Oh, well, they're trying at home.
Yeah.
Man, shit, they still watch.
We hope you do.
Oh,
No, I know they will.
We hope you
I know one thing. We done made a love connection. Natasha Vincent says, Joel Woman, I just followed you on Pinterest. Let's be addicted together. What the hell? Yeah. O'Shea just shared us on his X account. We appreciate
Thank
the hug, man. You don't even know. We appreciate it immensely. Johnny Girl from the UK says, thank you for inviting us into your kitchen. Real food created by real cook. 100%.
man, that's how was that?
Sharp knife.
Sharp knife. Yeah. Sharp.
All right.
I mean, well, the chef knife is a lot like that, and then the sharp burn is
Okay.
over to the right corner or whatever it's called.
That's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Here you go. But yeah, man, this thing is really. We talked about doing this for years, man. Making a cooking show, recording what we're doing, and presenting it to the people. And now it's happening, and then people are loving it this
Hey,
season.
y'all. For the one time, y'all. For the one time, y'all.
Oh, I told you.
For the one time, y'all.
The peaks and all the peaks and valleys are all in there. Yeah. I'm gonna get up here and
So, you can not fancy.
fancy.
It's a little fancy. All right. Nothing crazy, y'all.
Yes, no.
Nothing crazy. Simple. Right. Little base. I think the freezer did it justice. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
We got so it's no big.
No big. No big.
So I remember the time before. I had to leave it overnight.
Okay.
You do that?
Well, this is in the freezer, right? And this isn't out of the box. So, this is cream and just a cream cheese and a freezer. Some people want to add lemon juice or things like that. So that will change how long the setting time.
Let me make it longer. Right?
Yeah, and if I added more heavy cream, that would make it even longer or even.
And then when I make my cheesecake, creme brulee cheesecake I do put lemon in it, and I have to put that in overnight. Or
Freezer longer time set, better with it.
okay. I'm just asking.
Maybe you should because people.
You're looking for
That's everything, you know.
for the creme brulee. Dude, that's important. Oh man, look at that! Look at the slice. All right, hold on. I'll get. Give me man the ones and twos. Then
This thing is
you got it.
I don't know, man. That's about ready.
Yeah, I feel
Where's
stuff.
the mic?
Oh, yeah. We give Aaron that.
Oh, I'm crumbling. You're right there.
It's the other side. All that go. If you go front to back, man. Hey,
Deserve to be here.
all the way to the front.
I did. Just ain't
All right. What you got?
On the part on.
Let me grab it.
Awesome. O'Shea says real food created by real folks. That is the title. That is a good title. We're gonna have to have a title. It's going to be between food for thought we felt right now or real food by real folks.
Okay.
Oh, you got the garden pits. Look at it. Got to beat it up a little more.
Heat it up. Heat it up. More.
Around there.
And again, this was set up much better and be easier to work with. This was a very quick. Um,
Don't use all that. I might need some of that for later.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, look at that. Man.
Look at that. Garnishments. Hold on, you just got to get the main cam. Hold on.
Simple.
Main cam.
Simple. Really simple.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the garnishments. Look at, and the thing is, like,
Y'all, it's
right.
I've had it.
We're gonna get the official trend shirt. I'm not a Michelin star adjudicator, but I can tell you from experience what meets their standards. If you could produce this without flaw over and over, consistent, this would be a 2 Michelin star.
Okay.
Hopefully the air horn noise happened because I just pushed it.
2 out of 3 Michelin stars. Getting 1 star. This version, I'll see.
All right. Got the Maverick Ham. Let's see how the unorthodox person.
Yes. I think it's all day. Fighting Southpaw out here.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, right?
This is. And I even with the mint too. I took a piece of mint in with the bite, and it all goes together so well. Oh wow!
That's perfect. And you have the different, not only the different flavors that really, you have the different textures. The extremely light, dense and creamy, you have the crunchy, there's a salty flavor, there's an element from the bitterness of chocolate, and then it's a nice bit of bourbon. You know what I mean? It's not sweet, it's just,
I appreciate
The
it.
mint alone, yeah, like you wouldn't think it with all of the savory that's going on in here. The mint would add. It just adds a whole. It brings it on a whole there.
Yeah.
And that's
brightens it up, it brings the richness out.
oh good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put the rest of the whipped cream on, y'all. Put it on, right?
Mm-hmm.
For Valentine's Day, you can do some white chocolate and chocolate covered strawberries. Put them right on top. Do a little drizzle of the chocolate sauce. I'm not going to promote no brand, but do a chocolate sauce. Right? Serve that to the wife, the kids, the hubby, in-laws. Take them to a summer picnic. Might go next Father's Day to us to Cape May. Father Richard, I think it'd be a great dessert. Real simple. The War Report only. If you don't follow the link, subscribe, hit that button, you can't get it nowhere else.
Yeah.
You cannot get this recipe nowhere else. This was the War Report created for the War Report by your War Report chef. Chef Aaron, Chef Chill Out, Chef Manfred. All right. So
And if you live in the area, you might be able, he must be invited to come on the show.
Yeah.
And partake in the
Scoreboard. I mean, I could have. I was looking for them. I couldn't find them like off the shelf everywhere. Chocolate bread. That would have been perfect. But even with the store-bought stuff, Maverick, happy birthday.
Oh, man, that will be put to good use, my friend. Not just by myself, but for along with some of the conversations we had earlier, because I know a couple. Enjoy. We're all in the middle of it, right? I'm not gonna go.
Busy. It's what he does.
Like I never saw that before. I never saw that in my life. The first lady probably did, but
What time is it? Are we talking like that? Hey,
it's close enough on a Saturday.
he might have to take some home for the first lady. Anyway,
That's bad for that's bad for the kids' balances, but
You know why she remarried? You know why she remarried? And I always say that lady married her wife. She said, "Oh." The day she found out I can lick my eyebrows, she took up. So
So,
I love you, babe. Don't kill me.
O'Shea says, Aaron, keep it rated PG.
Okay, all right. We'll cut that.
Just says, hey. She's never mind. I'm not going to go into that any further.
Panna and creme brulee.
no, I do.
I want to try something of that too. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, perfect. Comments? You don't torch me.
Yes. I have to unman this for a second, but I'll be right back.
Perfect. All right, so I've never had creme brulee. I had flan, y'all. Hispanic had flan. Right there. Cheese flan. Maybe we should do that also. Another show, another time. I've never had official sugar crusted creme brulee.
Because you're here first, folks.
All right, so I'm kind of excited.
So while our producer is going to go get a torch, I can hear it. Here's the difference between creme brulee and flan. Not flan. Creme brulee and panna cotta. Thanks. So, as you can see, this has a nice golden. This is what happens with the egg yolk, and as you can see, it's not pouring out at all. And you see, last time when I poured it from how it separated, it's not coming out. It's a beautiful custard texture. Same story with the panna cotta. This is the color of cream because it was never cooked and it was never introduced to egg yolk. It was just the jello. But there's similar consistencies, very similar flavor. This is going to be more rich, more yolky, more buttery. This is going to be more lit and more airy, more vanilla cream. Think of it French vanilla, vanilla bean, but they're both very decadent gourmet puddings. As far as the top,
So just a quick pause. I believe this was based on the conversation we were having about a minute or two ago, but the first lady says, well, I was around 17 when I found that out. And I was during looking at the time, so that's what that was.
I love you, dear wife of mine, now and forever.
Oh, if I had that song, man, I'd play that. That was not a prom song. Anyway, now for a song. You know what I mean?
So, do we have work? Yes.
And in the future episodes, I will learn to zoom the cameras, but right now, I'm not trying to do
Well,
this.
this is what we got.
This is what we got.
Yeah, the coloration.
No, it couldn't. What if you did the main camera?
Oh, let's do the main camera. Oh, the main camera will.
We'll
Okay,
do
so
Bluetooth.
drop. Oh, that's why. You, okay.
No,
Oops. Remove that, and then
bang.
check that out.
Yes, sir. So we have creme brulee, panna cotta. We have our lovely. Oh wow! Caramel sauce. And now granulated sugar. You have a couple mint leaves.
Want to trim some of those if you need a knife or something. I got a knife in my pocket.
Just like one strip, top strip, and one just.
Knife.
This one or this?
Yeah.
This one.
No, this isn't.
This flower.
All right, so Torrance Moore says, torch that creme brulee some more. That's what he said.
Well, it hasn't been torched yet. But that's needed. First thing we need to do, wash our hands.
Cleanliness is key in the kitchen. You can't, that's a step. You have to. Cleanliness is
Cannot, you must not, you will not. So, got some sugar. You take sugar and just lightly put just some snow.
just level it on top.
Yes. Just like that. Here. Just a touch more. You just want the weather forecast to call for a coating.
This
Then you take blowtorch.
is a good part right here. Watch. Let it read the bird.
When you hold the flame perpendicular to the product, and you hold it 6 to 8 inches above, you keep it moving. Just as you start to melt the sugar, it starts to grind.
That is a French trained creme brulee dish right there. Look at that. Look at that. You can't get better parts.
One more time. Keep your flame perpendicular to the dish, 6 to 8 inches. Move the flame circular. And watch the sugar just start to melt. Nice and even. As it melts, let it grind. Then
Don't turn on the stove.
you refrain from burning your best friend's house to
Please don't do that. You know, we need that.
so love your house and renovating it to not starting in the kitchen. Now, put this back in the freezer just for a minute or two. I mean, just the amount of time it would take to bring that from the kitchen out to serve. Just to get the sugar, what it's going to do is stiffen up and turn into candy. While we're doing that, you can do it this way. Dish.
Oh wow, look at that. So Dr. Girl says I am in creme brulee heaven. I didn't even know there was a creme brulee heaven, but whatever. You just invented that place with this.
And since I love my wife, I had all accents.
Speaking of your wife, she says sweet and brown, just like me.
Indeed. And for the cream brulee,
Noted, O'Shea. Thank you so much. Buddy, look at that. Natasha says people in Quebec love this brulee stuff. Drizzle is a nice touch. Andre Lobo says, impressive job, fellas. Impressive job. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the acknowledgement, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, look at that. That does look like a nice.
there you have it, folks. You have a wonderful dessert for four. 2 panna cottas, 2 vanilla panna cottas, salted caramel, additional creme brulee, 1 single malt Scotch whiskey.
2 brulees, 1 whiskey. That sounds like a good dessert.
Going in.
All right. So we keep rolling stuff. You know what? Yeah. All right, boys. Let's do it.
I'll get this shit tomorrow.
You like me with that? Yeah. Cameras is good. Good. Cameras is good. We were going for first, Maverick. Let's do this together.
Let me get a spoon in my spoon too. Well, you got the spoon already, so you
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm waiting because it's
mine.
left or right. All right. Left or right. So yeah.
Same parties. You can tell it's like, look, we'll get into it. Oh man, then.
I'll walk home and slowly eat this.
Do you guys want a moment alone in 2 separate rooms with
I'll
us?
be right back. No, hold on. I gotta get something. I gotta have something to read.
So yeah.
And I kept it in the freezer for this purpose alone. Let me put you all on something again. This is tips from the broken elected official you know. Right here. It's right here. If you're in the Philadelphia, see, I don't want to promote brands, but I don't have any. But this is what I get. $9 a gallon for this. You would not believe it, but this will go well. Very well with.
If you're in the Philadelphia area, visit your local Total Wine and More. To be found 92 Main Square, and the other one to be found somewhere in Cherry Hill, 38.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. This is smashing good. Smashing good.
Yeah, there you go.
Great. While he's figuring out this liquor stuff, I'm diving right ahead.
Panna cotta time.
Listen. Oh, and shots.
Well, no, let's stay here at the time.
No.
So
Listen. He's on liquor time. I'm gonna get the cup time. Okay?
That's perfect. Ice cold out of the freezer, below 0. Man, that's
when you pour it out, you can see the thickness and everything.
Oh.
I'll tell you, like $9 bar.
Couldn't have it. What we got?
Oh my God.
Let me try.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of gelato. You know what that is? And you know what it is, right? Better than ice cream.
Come here.
This is better than that. All right. I think that comparing this to flan is off.
It is very similar.
It's similar process, but the end consistency and texture is way off. All right, this thing is amazing. It's not jelly. Hey,
Yeah, but for a little too
it's
much.
not tough, but it's solid. Right? Amazing.
This will go with all of this.
Wait. Hand me that. Ladies and gents, one last thing I want to show you how to do is cut a canal. Canal is a simple football shape.
Oh, snap. That's how that is done.
Let's get it on the work. Mean King.
So here's a canal. Your whipped cream, custard, whatever. This is cutting a canal. It's a football shape. Yeah. And it's a very decadent. And you can serve it.
Oh, shit.
That's a shot.
Hey.
Take a picture.
Don't cut the canal unless you have to.
Yeah, don't cut me up.
All right.
One more for Maverick Man. And get a nice, beautiful football shape presentation.
Presentation.
Gentlemen,
To a successful episode.
to the future.
Look at it. Hold on.
Mm. Yeah.
Look at that. $9
Mm.
Go, this is really perfect.
Perfect. Outstanding job.
Yeah, we made it, or are making it happen. You know, we made this today too. Wow.
To the chat,
Mm-hmm.
our supporters, thanks to the first ladies,
Thank you.
and thanks to each other.
Mm.
And tears or report. Gentlemen,
That's it. That's it.
We thank you.
Thanks for joining us. We're humbled to have you on this journey with us. This going to be more or less in the future, as much as we can do. As much as we can do this happen. Because we have fun. We have a great time on this. It's a great outlet, man. We meet so many different people. Man, wow. This whole world is we're so happy to be a part of it. We're so happy that everybody's welcoming us with open arms, man. It's the thought. And I'll close with this, because I'm not going to go all day with this, but just the thought of having, we are in people's lives, like people are against people, whatever, just tuning in, paying 100% focus to us, like we're in their lives, man. And we know what we're putting out there. So
across the country, across the
across the
world.
world, across the country, man. So
UK, down under.
I mean that's very humbling. It's very humbling.
Sure.
Very humbling. So thank you. We love you all, man. Thank you for joining us for this. And yeah, I'll leave it up to either Bill. I'm sorry, either Mr. Chill or Mr. Iceman.
I want to thank everybody for spending time with us. Your time is valuable. We appreciate you spending your time with us to come see us do what we do. Good things, the official clothing brand, check me out. Good things, embedded on Instagram. Honorably obedient, overcoming dominantly. Throughout hardship, Portland Lonely City, God's strength. Love everyone around you. Most importantly, love yourself.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Finally, successful episode, but second episode here on the World Report. Once again, I appreciate all the support from everyone in the chat. Uh, appreciate the support from my wife and children. You don't know how much of a blessing they are to me, how much of an asset they are, how much patience that they have for us. Because, I mean, these are the godfathers, my replacement killers of the family. This is my wolf, and my wife is right hand. My wolf pack on with the other management. So this is the War Report family about it. And I appreciate everyone in the chat, all the audience members, all the replay gang in the future.
Oh, man.
Salute to y'all. Welcome to the War Report. Remember, keep all the leftovers and the prep and everything else. Maybe go outside, have a scar, goofy shit or not. I don't know. Yeah. Get some more stuff. But thanks again. Yep. Tune in this Monday to this Monday Morning HQ with myself, DJ Anthony. Tuesday, here on the War Report for the VIP Lounge between the Risk Uninterrupted and the feed starting at 9 o'clock.
We might have to go into how that's not the original VIP lounge either. And what you see, there's one or two that popped up, but that's not the original VIP lounge. We might have to go into some stores. Not the ones we got to take to the grave, but
Well, I'll tell you what. How about we run a special show coming soon? We don't know when it's going to be, but it'll be called the Origins VIP Lounge, the VIP Lounge Genesis.
the Genesis, yes, VIP lounge Genesis, yeah.
That works. So stay tuned for that. We'll put that together. And, trust me.
You sure would.
My wife will put in the chat short.
We'll have yes, some action.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jose. Yeah, Jose. Not.
We gotta talk. We already gave up too much. But yeah, no, we. Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. We have a few people in the chat before we get out of here. Again, thank all of you. Trying to get from the UK. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, no. We will ship. We will ship to anywhere in London, whether it's East London, Herefordshire. We will ship to Liverpool. We'll ship to as far east as Dover, as far west as Cornwall. If you're in Wales, pretty much if you're Geordie or Screwed or Londoner or you speak any kind of Cockney.
You ship my stuff out there and make whatever you want to make.
Well, if he comes out there, no matter where you are, you good to go.
That's it.
World class. Very so appreciate you, brother. You certainly know how to put a show on. And of course, the lovely Natasha Vince. Thank you for coming out. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you, Martin, fellas, letting us. Bon appetit, 100%. Many blessings. Thank you so much. Home brand. I appreciate you, bro. Of course, thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate you. Stay tuned for 5 minutes with the First Lady.
5 minutes with the First Lady.
Before we go, that is, she's right. And I am remiss for not bringing it up.
Okay.
I am deeply remiss. There's another project in the background that we've been on 5 minutes with the First Lady. Because my wife, and rightfully so, been so warmly welcomed into the community, we're going to do another piece where it's going to be just 5 minutes. And it's her interacting with other people, or just her giving her opinion, whatever it wants, whatever it shapes out to be, whatever she wants it to look like. whatever the audience wants. But
Something tells me it'll be longer than 5 minutes, but whatever it is, we'll make it
yeah,
happen.
I mean, even it could be a mid-show break thing, or it could be in the shorts category.
Right. Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Or it could just be a series of video, whatever. But it'll just be a pop-up. By the way, 5 minutes for the first weekend. You never have to be scheduled, but it'll just be whatever organically develops between the first and the people. So
That's what we do.
that's what we do.
All right. Yeah.
We 100 over here.
We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna be in person, or yeah, she wants to come to in person.
And since we can do one with me and you and just go crazy, you know.
Hey man, listen, that's the king and queen of organic. We're the professionals. We gotta have shit all the time, man. That's why we being mad at everything's gotta be perfect. He got this shit done.
And I was losing my mind trying to find this cable. I mean, this cable for the ticket. But
That's
it was
crazy.
just fucking.
Ready to go already.
Shout out the first lady, the first time you like,
And then sometimes we gotta check ourselves. Okay, damn, you know,
hey, what the fuck are you doing?
What are y'all waiting?
Wait. I don't care how perfect you think the shit is, it ain't working. Let's go. And that's when we go, you know what? Goddamn. Go. Speaking of go, about that time.
you got the last word, my friend.
And the last words are simple. Don't go when you want to go. Find you. Bon appetit, motherfucker!